Good morning, class 11th. How are you all? Hope you all will be fine in your home. And have you enjoyed your Rakhi? Good. So, students, now we are going to start our August month syllabus, chapter number 2, biological classification. Okay, we have already completed the chapter number 1, the living world, and the chapter we have discussed about the living world, their characteristics, identification, nomenclature, about their naming. They are put in the different categories related to their family, species, kingdom, division, order, etc. The taxonomical aids, the taxonomic studies of organisms, different types of taxonomical aids like zoos, park, botanical gardens, zoological gardens, and so many more. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the biological classification. Animals has been classified into kingdom plantae, kingdom animalia, kingdom monera, kingdom fungi. Different categories of animals are there and how they are categorized. Okay, so let's start the chapter. Aristotle classification. First we are going to learn the Aristotle classification. बायोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन में हम ये सिंपल ये पढ़ रहे हैं कि एनिमल्स वेयर क्लासिफाइड इनटू डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स. ओके, डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज, their species, genus, family, their genera, everything are different. So they are classified how they are classified and their reasons of classification. So first we are going to start the Aristotle classification. Aristotle was a scientist. So how he classified the organism. Aristotle was the earliest to attempt a more scientific base for classification of organisms. He is the first one who attempt, पहले जिसने start किया था, first he attempt the classification of organism, the scientific classification for the organisms. Okay, he classified plants to trees, shrubs and herbs. We know that plants are categorized into three different categories: trees, shrubs and herbs, and animals into two groups: those with red blooded animals and white without red blooded animals. Red blooded animals and without red blooded animals. So plants are classified according to Aristotle into three groups: trees, shrubs and herbs, and animals, red blooded animals, and second group is without red blooded animals. See, animals red blooded and no red blood: mammals like lizard, birds and fish. Okay, they comes under red blooded animals. And no red blooded animals: hard bodied and soft bodied. Again this category is divided into two parts: hard body and soft body. Insects comes under hard body and soft body. Shell, no shell, like shellfish and jellyfish. So according to Aristotle this classification is like that. Okay, now first first classification was two kingdom classification. We know when we classified the organism, in the top kingdom is there, whether the plants are animalia comes, whether the organisms come under animalia or come under kingdom plantae. So first classification was two kingdom classification, which is given by Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus, in the year 1758. This system classifies organism into two kingdoms, plantae and animalia. Kingdom plantae and kingdom animalia. Organisms, only two categories there: kingdom plantae or kingdom animalia, which is proposed by Carolus Linnaeus in the year 1758. Okay, now so here is the drawbacks of two kingdom classification. ठीक है, कभी कोई चीज़ अच्छी होती है तो उसका ड्रॉबैक भी होता है. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द ड्रॉबैक ऑफ टू किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन? फर्स्ट इट वाज given by Carolus Linnaeus in the year 1758, kingdom and plantae. But here is the drawback of this two kingdom classification. First, prokaryotes like and eukaryotes were included under plants based on the presence of the cell wall, but they are widely differ in other features. As we know that prokaryotic animals like single cell organism, eukaryotic organisms are made up of different types of cells. They are given the place in kingdom plantae for their cell wall, their structure of cell wall, but they are widely different features. They have different features. because eukaryotic animals have different features and prokaryotic animals have different features. Second, different features means their characteristics. Eukaryotic organisms have different types of cell organelles, but prokaryotic organisms doesn't have cell organelles. Cell organelles like Golgi body, nucleus, cytoplasm, these are called as cell organelles. Okay. Second one is it includes unicellular and multicellular organisms in same group. So how it is possible the unicellular organisms are in same group and multicellular organisms are in same group? So they have different types of different features are there. So according to their feature, their characteristics, they are not able to come in the same group. Like examples, Clydomonas and Spirogyra were placed under algae. Clydomonas are different group of algae and Spirogyra is a different group of algae, but they comes under same group. See the structure of Clydomonas and Spirogyra. Clydomonas are circular in shape and Spirogyra is spiral in shape. So these are their structures are different, but they comes under the same group. Third one, it did not differentiate between heterotrophic fungi and autotrophic green plants. Fungi have chitinous cell wall while the green plant have cellulose cell wall. So इसमें ये भी differentiate नहीं था कि जो fungi हैं the between heterotrophic fungi and autotrophic green plants. Heterotrophic means the organism which depends upon other plants for their food, and autotrophs means which prepare their own food. But these two organisms are placed under the same group. Okay. So these are the drawbacks of two kingdom classification. Okay students. Now five kingdom classification. Now after two kingdom of classification, five kingdom of classification is there. So who has given this five kingdom of classification? It is proposed by R.H. Whitaker in the year 1969. R.H. Whitaker in the year 1969. And second, it includes Monera, Protiasta, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. So Monera, Protiasta, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia, all the organisms, whether they are belongs to kingdom Fungi, kingdom Protiasta, Monera, Plantae or Animalia, they are classified into different groups. The classification is based on their cell structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction and phylogenetic relationships. So every category is kept on the mind. R.H. Whitaker gave the five kingdom of classification which is universally accepted by everyone, in which every organisms related to their characteristics like cellular structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, phylogenetic relationship, according to their characteristics they are placed into different kingdoms. They have different kingdom of classification which is Monera, Protiasta, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. So the organisms belongs to kingdom Monera, kingdom Protiasta, kingdom Fungi, Plantae and Animalia are grouped into different classification. So this is the classification, five kingdom classification, which is universally accepted, which is proposed by R.H. Whitaker in the year 1969. Okay. So here are the characteristics of the living of the five kingdom classification. Cell type, Monera का prokaryote होना चाहिए, Protiasta eukaryote, Fungi eukaryote, plant eukaryote, Plantae and Animalia also have eukaryotes. Cell wall, non-cellulic. Protiasta present in Protiasta some organism have cell wall, rest of the organism doesn't have the cell wall. Fungi present chitin and made up of chitin and polysaccharides. Plantae also present, made up of cellulose. Animal cell wall is absent. Nuclear membrane absent in Monera, present in Protiasta. Fungi present. So here are the some characteristics of five kingdom classification and their structure, cell characteristics, cell type, cell wall, number of nuclear membrane, body organization, mode of nutrition. According to that category, the organism have been divided into three in different फॉर्म्स. ओके. मोनेरा में कैसा उनका होना चाहिए? सो जिस एनिमल्स के पास जैसा कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होगा दे बिलोंग टू डेट कैटेगरी. इफ यू गिव द एग्जांपल ऑफ एल्गे, इफ द एल्गे हैव मोनेरन टाइप ऑफ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, सो एल्गे कम्स अंडर द किंगडम मोनेरा. सो these are the characteristics of five kingdom classification. Okay students, now kingdom Monera, we will going to start the kingdom Monera which is called, example you can say the bacteria kingdom. All the bacteria come under kingdom Monera. First we are going to start the kingdom Monera and all the bacteria comes under kingdom Monera. ठीक है. First, kingdom Monera, bacteria. First point, bacteria are the most abundant organisms. Most abundant organism means बहुत ज़्यादा. They are present in millions form. Okay. Hundreds of bacteria are present in the handful of soil. Okay. If you touch the soil, hundreds of bacteria you have find, but these are so small you are not able to see with your naked eye. But you can see these microorganisms with the help of microscope. That is why they are named as called microorganisms. They also live in extreme habitats such as hot springs, desert, snow and deep oceans. They live in anywhere. Okay, in deep oceans also, snow also, desert also and hot spring. They have extreme level of habitat. They are characteristics of bacteria. Okay, and many are parasites. Most of the organisms are parasite. Parasites means they need a host body for their survival. They need a host body for their survival. वो खुद से अपने आप को अलाइव नहीं रख सकते. They always need a host body for their survival. From the host body they absorb the food to get energy. Okay, so here see in the picture, these are the bacteria, structure of bacteria. Okay, now based on the shape, bacteria are 4 types. They have different types of shapes: coccus shaped, spherical, bacillus rod shaped, vibrium comma shaped and spiralium spiral shaped. In class 8 you have studied the structure of bacteria also, है ना. These are the different shapes of bacteria. Coccus round, bacillus rod shaped, vibrium comma shaped and spiral shape, लंबा लंबा. देखो, these are the structures of bacteria. According based on the shape, they are of 4 types. Okay, on the basis of their shape, bacteria are 4 types: coccus, bacillus, vibrium and spiral. And every bacteria are in this structure. So on the basis of shape, you have you already identify the bacteria after looking the shape of the bacteria. Okay, so here is the cell structure. You have studied the cell structure in class 8. Bacteria structure is very simple, but they are complex in behavior and show metabolic diversity. ठीक है, उसका स्ट्रक्चर बहुत सिंपल है बट उसका कॉम्प्लेक्स है बिहेवियर एंड ये मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटी भी इसका डिफरेंट है. shows different metabolic activities. Some bacteria are autotrophic, synthesis food from inorganic substrate. Okay, and majority are heterotrophs. Some bacteria are autotrophs and form inorganic substrate. Kingdom Monera is a most difficult kingdom to understand. Okay, थोड़ा सा लेंदी है, ट्रिकी है, बट यू विल अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज some bacteria are autotrophic. कुछ bacteria autotrophic होते हैं, they make their food with inorganic substrate. And majority of the bacteria, most of the bacteria are heterotrophs. They do not synthesize food but depend on another organism or a dead organic matter for food. As I told you, they need a host body for their survival. Okay. Now classification of kingdom Monera. Here bacteria are classified into 2 groups: Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Listen student, first of all you have to correct your pronunciation. Okay, pronunciation correct रखना. In biology, if you have taken the subject biology, your pronunciation must be good. Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Okay, so Archaebacteria and Eubacteria are the 2 classification. Again, these are classified into different groups. Archaebacteria is classified into halophiles, thermophiles and methanogens. And Eubacteria autotrophs and heterotrophs, photosynthetic autotrophs and chemosynthetic autotrophs. Photo means light, chemo means chemical. Okay, and heterotrophs, parasite and spirophytic. Okay, so this is the classification of bacteria. Bacteria first classified into two groups, Archaebacteria, Eubacteria. Archaebacteria classified into three different groups, halophiles, thermophiles and methanogens. Eubacteria again classified into two groups, autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs mean photosynthetic autotrophs and chemosynthetic autotrophs. Some bacteria use light for their preparation of food. Some bacteria includes chemicals for their preparation of food. That is why in the previous part it is written inorganic substrate. Bacteria use inorganic substrate to make their food. And heterotrophs, parasitic and saprophytic. Depends upon other host body and takes from food from the other host body. Okay. So, Archaebacteria. First, we are going to start Archaebacteria. See the structures: halophiles, thermoacidophiles, and methanogens. These are the structures of different types of bacteria. Thermoacidophiles. These bacteria you can say can grow in laboratory. I am the microbiology student, so I have artificially grown the bacteria in the laboratory in incubation. Okay, so I can explain you correctly. First one, they live in hardship habitats such as extreme salty areas. Halophiles are the bacteria which lives in the salty area. Hot springs, thermoacidophiles, and marshy areas, methanogens. ठीक है, salty areas means जहाँ coastal areas, this halophiles were, and hot springs areas जहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी होगी, this thermoacidophiles were live, and marshy area, methanogens bacteria were live. Okay. Now, Archaebacteria have a different shell wall structure of their survival in extreme condition. So the different types of bacteria lives in different places, so they have different organization of cell which can make them easy to survive in the extreme condition. Third, methanogens are present in the guts of ruminant animals like cow, buffaloes, etc. They produce methane biogas from the dung of these animals. So these methanogens are present in the guts of ruminant animals. These are the ruminant animals like cow and buffaloes. They produce methane biogas which is present in the cow dung of these animals. Okay, dungs of these animals, this methane is present. Methanogens, they are methanogens bacteria. Okay, halophiles, thermophiles and methanogens, you have already studied whether they are present. These type of bacteria are present. Okay, now kingdom Monera bacteria, Eubacteria. Now Archaebacteria is completed. We are going to start the Eubacteria. Here you have seen the structures, how this Eubacteria is found. Okay, so they are called as true bacteria, having a ridged cell wall. Ridged मतलब simply motile, जो उनको different shapes में form करने देती है, and flagellum if motile. Okay, flagella भी होता है इनके पास for their movement. Flagellum. Second, they include autotrophs, photosynthetic and chemosynthetic, and heterotrophs. Both categories are formed, autotrophs and heterotrophs. Heterotrophs में हम लोग पढ़े parasitic and sporophytic, and autotrophs, photoautotrophs and chemoautotrophs. Okay. Now photosynthetic autotrophs like cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria is a bacteria which comes under phototropic autotrophs because it prepared their food. In cyanobacteria, chlorophyll is present, which is similar to the green plants. Cyanobacteria is also called as blue-green algae. काई लग जाता है बरसात के मौसम में, देखियो. This is cyanobacteria, blue-green algae. Okay. So these are the characteristics. Here are the characteristics of cyanobacteria. They are unicellular, conical or filamentous marine or terrestrial algae. ठीक है. You have find in marine also and terrestrial also. Second, the colonies are generally surrounded by gelatinous snith. Their colonies are surrounded by gelatinous snith. Here are the bacterias: Anabaena, Nostoc, Olisteria. These are the also eubacterias. They often form blooms in polluted water bodies. I have already told you they are formed blooms. Okay, काई जिसको बोलते हैं. Some of them fix atmospheric N2 in specialized cell called heterocytes. Example: Nostoc and Anabaena. They also fix atmospheric nitrogen. If you have studied nitrogen fixation in chapter 8, you have definitely heard the word Nostocanina piena. These are the bacteria which fix nitrogen from the atmosphere into the root nodules of the plants. Okay, so here are the characteristics of photosynthetic autotrophs. Now, characteristics of chemosynthetic autotrophs. Green sulfur bacteria, purple sulfur bacteria. Sulfur bacteria, chemicals were there, so these are called as the chemoautotrophs. Venivibro stengis permentis. This is also bacteria. So first category, they oxidize inorganic substance such as nitrates, nitrites and ammonia and use the released energy for ATP production. So these type of bacteria oxidize inorganic substance like nitrates, nitrites and ammonia and use, when oxidation takes place, some energy is released which is used for the ATP production by this bacteria, and they help in the recycling nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron and sulfur. This type of bacteria helps in the recycling of nitrogen, phosphorus, iron and sulfur. That is why they are called as chemosynthetic autotrophs. Okay. Now, heterotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria, the characteristics are, they are the most abundant in nature. They are found in everywhere. They are most abundant in nature. Second, the majority are important decomposers, and their majority of this bacteria are called as decomposers. These are the bacteria which is used to decompose the organic matter, dead plants and animals. Okay, here are the structures of heterotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria impacts on human affairs. So these heterotrophic bacteria used in by us in domestic ways also, by human beings also. Some are made for to make medicines, some are used for making curd. Lactobacillus, you have seen, lactobacillus is a bacteria which is used to make curd. So they are used to make curd from milk. Okay. Second, production of antibiotics. Third, fixing nitrogen in leguminous and roots, etc. I have already told you. Fourth, some are pathogens causing diseases. Also, some are pathogens which cause diseases. Example, cholera, typhoid, tetanus and citrus canker. These are the citrus canker is a disease which is found in plants. Typhoid, tetanus, cholera. These are the human disease. So, human affairs, some organism heterotrophic bacteria act in human affairs, like they are used in making curd, making antibiotics, medicines, nitrogen fixation के लिए use होता है, and some also causing pathogens, disease like cholera, typhoid, tetanus and citrus canker. Okay, so here you have discussed about kingdom Monera and everything. About kingdom Monera, reproduction. अब हम लोग इसके रिप्रोडक्शन के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. अभी देयर क्लासिफिकेशन, आर्कीबैक्टीरिया, यू बैक्टीरिया की क्लासिफिकेशन एंड देयर कैरेक्टर्स वी थिंग्स वी हैव डिस्कस्ड. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द रिप्रोडक्शन. सो देयर आर रिप्रोडक्शन मोड इज, बैक्टीरिया रिप्रोड्यूस मेनली बाय फिजन. ओके, बाइनरी फिजन होता है, डिवीजन ऑफ सेल्स. नाउ अंडर अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन दे रिप्रोड्यूस स्पोर्स. व्हेन द कंडीशन इज अनफेवरेबल फॉर देम दे प्रोड्यूस स्पोर्स. ओके, स्पोर फॉर्मेशन होता है. दे ऑल्सो रिप्रोड्यूस बाय शॉर्ट ऑफ सेक्शुअल रिप्रोडक्शन, DNA ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम वन बैक्टीरियम टू अनदर. एंड वन मोर, it is very rare in case, one more reproduction is there in sexual formation of DNA transfer. DNA transferred from one bacteria to the other bacterium. Okay, so this is the reproduction mode of bacteria. They reproduce by fission, by spore formation and by DNA transfer. Reproduction, sexual reproduction by DNA transfer. Okay students, kingdom Monera bacteria, mycoplasm is also comes under kingdom Monera. So here is the characteristics of, you have seen the picture of mycoplasm. You have see the structures of mycoplasm, how they look like. Their structures like lipoprotein, DNA is present, ribosomes is present, RNA is also present, and metabolites are also present. Here is the structure of mycoplasm. Characteristics are there. They are organism without a cell wall. They do not, mycoplasm, they are the organism, they do not have cell walls. Second, they are smallest living cells known. They are the smallest living cells which known. Third, they can survive without oxygen. Mycoplasms are the organism, bacterium which can survive without oxygen. So I have already told you that kingdom Monera is so typical. It is easy, but it is typical because so many facts are there. You have seen kingdom Monera bacteria, which have different characteristics, which are able to survive. They need oxygen for their survival. But if you come mycoplasm, they do not have cell wall and they do not need oxygen to survive. Fourth, they are pathogenic in animals and plants, and they are pathogenic, they cause disease in plants and animals. Okay, so these are the characteristics of mycoplasm. So students, you have seen the kingdom Monera, bacteria and mycoplasm. Okay, kingdom Monera, bacteria and mycoplasm. Two organisms are comes in kingdom Monera. Especially we studied in detail bacteria and mycoplasm. Bacteria are classified into two different categories, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Halophilus Archaebacteria again divided into Halophilus, Thermoacidophiles and Methanogens. Eubacteria, autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs have two categories, photosynthetic autotrophs and chemosynthetic autotrophs. And heterophytes, parasites and spirophytes. Kingdom Monera have two organisms, bacteria and mycoplasm. Mycoplasms are rarely studied, not in detail, but bacteria are abundantly found in nature. So we have studied these bacteria in detail. Hope you will all understand the kingdom Monera. Okay students, this is easy. You can understand easily this kingdom Monera. Now in our second class we will discuss about kingdom Protiasta. Okay students, we will discuss about kingdom Protiasta. If you have any doubt related to this kingdom Monera, please ask me, and till then repeat your chapter so you all will able to understand. Okay, thank you and take care.